Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy day to join me. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys had a very productive day. And whatever kind of standard of metric you use to evaluate whether or not you've had a good and productive day, whether or not it's being, productive in the way that you might assume, getting a bunch of stuff done, setting your goals real high today, huh? Or just doing nothing, because it equally requires just as much energy to be put forth to get the kind of results that you want from both being super productive and both super productive. You know what I mean? But again, thanks very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Sometimes you see me move around like this while I try to keep looking at the camera because I'm really trying to get this light game down, you know? But I feel like it's just a work in progress, as is most things in life, I feel like I'm going to be like 60 and still be, and still trying to figure out how to do things the best way that I can do them. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. But now let's finally talk about what I would like to talk to y'all about tonight, which is AI companionship. Okay, so we talk a lot about artificial intelligence, on the channel, and I kind of feel like we talk about it so much, not just here at the channel, but like in society, that it's become kind of redundant in that basically since Google has been able to answer all of our questions in the way that it does, you know, it's kind of been an artificial intelligence, and I mean, there's really been no great leaps forward in the development of what we want to see, like in sci-fi movies or our favorite science fiction novels or whatever. The consumer tech just isn't there quite yet, and I say this because everybody has their own version of AI nowadays. You know what I mean? Whether it's like ChatGPT or other third-party apps that have in-house chat AI powered assistants with all different names. The names range, like there's a lot of them. As an impromptu speech, I wish I could remember all of the different kind of cool and quirky names, other than obviously Siri and Alexa, right? But what I'm saying is that they're not very unique. All of these models are basically the same thing, right? Just bots, aggregated data being, recoded out in a kind of more structured way to provide us with answers and so forth. But AI companionship is a little bit more than just, ChatGPT or the AI avatar on Snap, which I know has a name too, but this was the launch last year, I do believe, of like the avatar that's powered by the AI engine on Snapchat and is everyone's friend, and you can ask it questions and stuff. AI companionship is seeking out relationships as a person, like romantic relationships. And so there's been a number of different companies around for a number of different years that have specialized in this field of business, which again is selling people the idea that their loneliness can be cured by talking to an AI chatbot, and in fact, furthermore and moreover, creating a kind of a relationship on a romantic level. And yeah, like falling in love, like this is happening. And whether or not I think it's appropriate, I think that, like, obviously, I would prefer, in my own opinion, for human beings to be able to express that kind of love in a more reality based kind of a way. I mean, obviously, unless that person and or people, would rather kind of have those relationships with, intelligence rather than people. I just feel like there's a big conflict of interest when a company is trying to sell you a service that is going to make you happy and ultimately leave their site. I mean, we know this is the problem with like dating apps, is that sometimes they don't work as well as you'd like them to, because if they did, you wouldn't be on their website and download their app to meet people, you know? So it's kind of already an area that's muddled with conflicts of interest on behalf of profiting moreover than actually providing that service in a way that, again, if provided as stated, would get that end user off of their services. You know what I mean? So the rise of AI companionship is going to continue to get larger and increase more as time progresses. Post COVID, people have not yet rebounded socially on a level of which people are going out to clubs and meeting other eligible people to date and so forth. For the first time in history, more people now develop intimate relationships as a result of online dating than any other method of meeting people, and this is something that has just recently occurred. And so a lot of technology is involved with the way that not just we become addicted to it, you know, and but in a different kind of categorical way, we still are human beings, you know, and as much as we love our phones and as much as we love technology, there is nothing that can ever sort of replace even like a random dude talking about his life behind a camera, or a random girl or a random person. It's just, it's different. I feel like if you're trying to cure loneliness, again, it's hard to do that when the product that you're being given is something that isn't as real as you'd like it to be. This is interesting stuff, and it's just stuff that's starting to happen. It's conversations that are just starting to be had. AI companionship, you know, 10 years ago even wasn't a relatively accepted social term, in that there weren't people 10 years ago falling in love with artificial intelligence. And now there are in fact companies that want you to have long-lasting, intimate relationships with chatbots, and that's the whole point. And again, I think that on some level it's nice to embed with technology in that kind of a way. It's unfortunate that you can't take technology in bed in that kind of a way. Yeah, funny joke, off-putting perhaps, maybe, I know, but it was just a sidebar. And you know, on Vlogs About Nothing, that's what we do. And so, regardless, you feel me, I'm just saying that AI companionship is something that is a part of all of our lives forevermore moving forward. And it will be common practice to know somebody that is in fact dating an AI app. I mean, how do you verbalize this? Like literally, as in like vocalize, but also verb, quote unquote, alize it. It's just interesting stuff. I think that if it helps people, then definitely there's nothing wrong with getting help in a kind of a practical way that is reaching out to get some of these services that help alleviate that kind of thing that you want to not have anymore. In this case, obviously, again, like loneliness, you know? But it's important, I think, to not forget that just as much time and energy and effort we put forward into talking to our artificial intelligent chatbot girlfriend slash boyfriend slash just, you know, we could also spend that same amount of time developing real relationships with real people, you know? Again, if that's something you don't want to do, then obviously that's fine. There's something for you now. But for the rest of us that are seeking out that kind of a connection with another human being, but then only to have a connection with a different kind of being, is just not the same. It's not what those people are looking for, you know? As much as, again, some of these services and some of these therapy sessions that, you know, is what some of them are defined as, are actually very meaningful in its intent to help people not be so lonely. AI companionship, it's a thing. And I appreciate all of you taking all of your time. If you're not already a subscriber, take a couple of minutes and consider. If you're watching the videos, it really helps the channel out a lot, you know. And I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.